Hello and welcome to the show. We're going to have a lot of fun today. But I need you to be honest now. When you envision a DJ, does a man come to mind? You're probably not alone. And that's why my first guest is on a mission to change your mind one tune at a time. And she ain't missed a beat yet. DJ Stormy quit her corporate career in finance to spin around the world, literally. And her talents have taken her all the way to the Super Bowl and beyond. It is my pleasure to welcome DJ Stormy to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You know, I'm trying not to say, hey, DJ,
that's my DJ.
We can't afford it, so I guess all I can say. But listen, it is so good to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
I love
so much.
what you represent as a woman in this industry.
Yes, it's very important.
It is. But I love that you started literally as a C-suite sister coming out of a finance industry. Let's talk about that transition.
Absolutely. So I started off in banking and finance. So I will say how many years, but let's just say it's over 10 years. Okay. I'm going to give away my age.
I understand.
You know I'm 29, Portia.
I understand. We all 29. Got it.
So I did that for that amount of years, and literally I was a VP in corporate America.
Wow.
And in 2018, I decided to do this full-time and become a full-time entertainer and DJ.
So I know that you obviously just grew up listening to music, loved music, had a deep appreciation for it, right? Because DJs have some of the best understanding about the history and the science of music.
Absolutely. My entire household was around music. My mom was a singer in the Caribbean. So she was born Guyanese. We grew up in Trinidad. So she loved music. My dad, same thing, an avid listener of all music, all genres.
Yeah.
So growing up, cleaning up on a Saturday morning, right? It was nothing but music.
So how did you end up in corporate America? How did you end up in finance?
So, you know, you had to go to college, right? You have to do what's right by mom and dad, the little structure that they worked so hard for.
Understood.
And so I did my job, and I got the degree, went to Alabama State University and Dillard University.
Yeah.
So shout out to the HBCUs.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We love our HBCUs.
And then I decided to, get my career going. So I did my career in banking and finance, and so I did that for a little bit.
But you DJ'd on the side?
Starting in 2014.
Oh, okay.
I was doing both of them, Portia, which was kind of insane because, as a DJ entertainer, and I also dropped an EP, I was working in the studios till 2 a.m. in the morning. And in corporate America, it's 7 a.m., 7:30 calls every day.
Absolutely, especially at the level where you were working in these vice president spaces.
Yeah.
I have to imagine, though, you had to be kind of selective about the gigs that you took?
Absolutely. That was one of the most difficult things for me to do because I had to stay kind of in that gray area, that sweet spot where I don't really get in trouble, but I'm still able to be, like doing my passion work.
Right,
because that's what I love. So that was kind of risky. I got chastised once. I stepped out, a little bit too much.
Understand.
But, they reined me in, and I understood because it was corporate America.
It's all brand management.
It is. It's about brand management and also the true responsibility at the time because I really wasn't making a lot of money DJing because there is not a lot of money when you first start DJing. You have to build it like a true business.
Right.
But that's also what helped me understand from the whole business structure to apply the same thing as a DJ.
Absolutely. It makes sense. At what point, though, did you say, you know what, finance is fulfilling, but music makes me lose control, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, when did you finally say, this is how I'm going to do this full time?
Yeah, so I would say it happened in 2018. In December 2018, I made that transition full time into DJing and becoming an entertainer, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. It was definitely spiritual.
How so?
It was spiritual. I believe the universe kind of went and intervened. My favorite number is 13. I know it's kind of weird, but
no, it's not.
Right? My ball number in college and in high school was 13.
Right, because you were an athlete.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
I started with the company on the 13th. The last day was on the 13th, and it was exactly 13 years later.
Wow.
So I had to look at that as divine intervention.
Absolutely, there's something
and go with
there.
God's plan, and that's exactly where I am today.
That's where you are. And let me point out, 3 years and running now, the official game day Super Bowl DJ.
Yes, for the NFL experience, game day experience.
What an amazing gig.
So amazing. It has been such a blessing. I'm just looking at myself as a woman in this industry, doing what I'm doing, but then now doing it on the stages that I'm doing it. It's just so gratifying, but also inspirational for me because I know I can pull somebody up with me so we can get more and more of us doing things like Super Bowl or becoming a tour DJ, because I'm a tour DJ for the official 112 as well.
Exactly.
So I tour the world with them. So that
must be so fun. I have to imagine that there are there are challenges sometimes, right? And
to say the least.
It feels sexist saying it, but I know you understand. Yeah. You're gorgeous, right?
Thank you, Portia. So are you.
I thank you. But I know that attracts sometimes some foolishness when you're trying to work.
Yeah.
How do you handle what happens when people are moving to more than, the music and trying to be inappropriate?
Yeah, especially as a single woman in the industry, it becomes very difficult. It's even more difficult on a daily basis for me because I am single. I am looking for my person, hopefully one day, but I have to keep everything business.
Right.
So no matter what it is, I have to keep that structure of business because it's business first, because I don't have a corporation backing me. Everything that I do, I don't have paid time off.
Right.
Right. So people don't think about that stuff. If I get sick or if I get stuck in a rut with the wrong relationship and then I start losing jobs because I want to spend time with the person because they don't understand the dynamics of me having to show up every day.
That's really demanding.
Yeah,
isn't it?
It's very demanding, very stressful, and it's a lot of sacrifice that comes with that, Portia.
Right, I get it. But that balance, I can tell, it's a process, right? It's a process for all of us.
Yes.
But sis, when I tell you the women and girls you are inspiring,
thank you.
On the ones and twos and beyond.
I'm so happy to hear that because honestly, that's what I got into it for.
Yeah.
Because I've always wanted to get into industries where it was male dominated or there's not enough of us representing.
Yeah.
And so I just had to do that, and it was something that I loved and passionate about.
Well, I love that you are willing to be a mentor to the next young lady we're about to bring on the show. You're going to meet DJ Maddie and her parents. Listen to this. She's already been on some pretty epic stages, and this young lady, get this, she's just 15 years old. Ready, though, to take her skills to the next level. And DJ Stormy's got some really great advice for her. Her parents are there, too, talking about how we moved into this space with a teenager. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I really want to thank you for season 3 of Portia. It's because of loyal viewers like you that we keep getting to share this daily dose of positivity all across the country. So just a reminder, I still need you to like, comment, and subscribe. And go ahead and tell your friends. You can catch us now in Orlando, in San Francisco, in Atlanta, and all across the country on Fox Soul. Tell your friends. We'll see you soon on Portia.